Hello everyone, welcome to Madrid Pulse. You got source of latest news, events, and everything happens in Real Madrid. Huge injury blow for Real Madrid. Antonio Rudiger undergoes surgery as Los Blancos suffer damaging setback in bid to overhaul Barcelona at top of La Liga. But before continue, make sure you have already subscribed for getting more Real Madrid updates. Let's dive in. Antonio Rudiger has undergone surgery on his left knee as Real Madrid suffer a damaging setback in their La Liga title race with Barcelona. The German international has been a cornerstone of Carlo Ancelotti's lineup this season, making 49 appearances across all competitions despite ongoing issues with his knee. The club confirmed in an official statement on Tuesday that Rudiger has gone under the knife to address a meniscus problem that has troubled him for much of the campaign. According to The Athletic, Rudiger is expected to be sidelined for approximately 6 weeks. That time frame would see him miss the remainder of the La Liga season, with Madrid currently battling Barcelona in a tight title race. There is, however, a possibility that he could return in time for the revamped FIFA Club World Cup this summer, with Real Madrid scheduled to begin their tournament on June 18th against Al Hilal. However, ESPN has reported that Rudiger could be out for as long as 2 months. That extended absence would not only rule him out of the remaining domestic fixtures, but also raise serious doubts about his fitness for the Club World Cup in June. Real Madrid, according to sources, are adopting a cautious approach. Their medical team is focused on ensuring Rudiger is fully recovered before pre-season, choosing not to rush his return and potentially worsen the injury. Despite the uncertainty surrounding his recovery, Rudiger remains determined to get back on the pitch for 2 significant summer tournaments, the Club World Cup and the Nations League with Germany. In a heartfelt post on Instagram, the 32-years-old revealed, "After I have played more than 7 months with severe pain, it was unfortunately unavoidable that I had to undergo a meniscus surgery. Now I'm finally pain-free again, and the surgery was a success. I want to be able to play again as soon as possible, as 2 big tournaments with the Nations League and the Club World Cup are in front of me. But I have to look from week to week now, and we will see. I will do everything I can to make it happen." Rudiger's injury news follows closely on the heels of his controversial red card during Real Madrid's 3-2 Copa del Rey final defeat to Barcelona. The German was dismissed in the 120th minute after reportedly throwing an object, believed to be ice, from the technical area in protest of a referee decision. The Spanish Football Federation is expected to hand down a suspension ranging anywhere from 4 to 12 matches, though his injury renders any ban effectively symbolic for the rest of the season. Rudiger's absence adds to Real Madrid's growing defensive woes. Eder Militao and Dani Carvajal remain long-term absentees due to ACL injuries. Meanwhile, left-back Ferland Mendy's return in the Copa del Rey final lasted only 8 minutes before he had to be hooked off. Midfielder Eduardo Camavinga, often used as a makeshift fullback, also picked up a serious groin injury against Getafe and is confirmed to be out for the rest of the season. The mounting injuries have left Carlo Ancelotti with limited options in his back line in the final lap of the campaign. Real Madrid facing defensive injury crisis. 2 more stars join Antonio Rudiger on the treatment table in huge blow to La Liga title hopes. Real Madrid's injury woes continue as 2 more defenders have now joined Antonio Rudiger on the treatment table. The 2024-25 campaign is slowly turning out to be a nightmare for the reigning European champions as 2 more Madrid defenders, Ferland Mendy and David Alaba, have now been ruled out of action for the remainder of the league season in a fresh blow to the club. Earlier on Tuesday, the club had confirmed that Rudiger went under the knife after suffering an injury during their Copa del Rey final defeat. While Rudiger was spotted with a heavy ice strapping on his knee towards the end of the final, Mendy had to be replaced in the 11th minute after he felt some discomfort. The club have confirmed that the left back has been diagnosed with a tear in his right thigh muscle. Alaba, on the other hand, suffered a tear of the internal meniscus in his left knee. The official club statements on Mendy and Alaba read, Following tests performed on our player, Ferland Mendy, by the Real Madrid Medical Services, he has been diagnosed with a tear of the proximal rectus femoris tendon in his right quadriceps. The outcome is pending. Following tests performed on our player David Alaba by the Real Madrid Medical Services, he has been diagnosed with a tear of the internal meniscus in his left knee. The defensive injury crisis comes as a huge blow for Los Blancos at a time when they cannot afford to drop any more points in La Liga. They are trailing leaders Barcelona by 4 points and will be next seen in action on Sunday as they host Celta Vigo.